Hello everyone and welcome to my reaction to Kengan Omega Chapter 273 titled For This Very Moment. We appear to have a flashback panel of Ramon as the thumbnail for the chapter. He looks so silly. He looks so silly without his long hair. The man does have like a flat-faced dog phenotype going on. Which is certainly unique. Though having strange faces does not bode well for characters in a manga drawn by Daro. I imagine, well, based on this, we're going to get a bit of backstory for Ramon. But my hope is that a decent portion of this chapter is going to be dedicated to the combat, and that we're going to see the balance of the fight sort of shift a little bit in Ramon's favor. But before we get into that, as always, if you haven't already, definitely be sure to like and subscribe. I'd like to try and hit at least 100 likes on this week's reaction. Now then, without any further ado, let's get right into this week's chapter, shall we? So let's see here. How many pages are we working with? 16, the usual. So, let's see. Join the self-defense force. Acquired a hunting license. So he did join. Some people seem to be confused about some stuff, but I'm pretty sure, like, the self-defense force, it's like the Japanese military. He is Japanese. I know some people thought he was like Syrian or Israeli. No, the SDF, it's just like a very generic organization name with its acronym. I'll probably never see combat in my lifetime in the SDF, and mere animals can't quench my thirst. Chapter 273 for this very moment. So you're literally just like a bloodthirsty psychopath. You're one of those people that becomes a cop to shoot people. Nice. So we do have two mildly psychotic ex-military people here. But I've already factored that in. I've laid the groundwork. He looks so fucking silly here. Sitting like this, with that dumbass face. Oh my god. The time has come to seek new horizons. As it looks like we're getting back to the present here. Groundwork. That's what he called it. He learned military basics in the SDF and learned combat through hunting. But that was as much as he could do in Japan. Legally speaking, that is. Then Ramon went abroad and became a mercenary. He spent the longest in the war zones of Eastern Europe. So he was there during, like, the Balkanization. He was there during all those wars that happened back in, like, the 90s, I see. That's when he met an Israeli mercenary who taught him Krav Maga. I see. Oh, apparently that's not how you pronounce it, but I can't remember the way you actually are supposed to. The like, actual pronunciation, no offense, doesn't sound as good. So, you know. So he did learn it from an Israeli mercenary. So, you know, the origins are still somewhat in line with what people thought. It looks like he's going to go in for the attack. No, he's not going in for the attack. Looks like he's waiting. He's preparing himself. I mean, based on what we saw very little of with Sakigake, it almost seems like Ramon's specialty is, like, countering. And as long as they're doing his shoulder twirling, come on, don't be shy. I'm ready for you. It looks like Ramon stepping forward a bit. Looks like he's going to go forward into combat. He does. He throws a palm strike that Long blocks, but looks like he actually, I think he grabs him there. Whoa, what the? Is he hitting him with his palm? Those strikes look like they're halfway between a punch and a palm strike. Yeah, they do look quite strange. I'm not too familiar with the details of how Krav Maga works, so I imagine we're going to get some sort of explanation here. And there's the leg sweep, but Long dodges. His rhythm of attacks is pretty unique, isn't it, Jerry? It feels like you closed the distance before you even noticed. I ain't never seen Krav Maga before. You haven't? But close quarters battle systems don't got so many strict forms like martial arts do. These tactics have got to be the product of Ramon's ingenuity. I see. Well, that's cool. As he's unleashing a bunch of strikes against Long, and Long is guarding against them. Oh, Long lands a counter. It looks like he strikes Ramon in the jaw with an elbow. He landed an elbow. Nice one. That's left him reeling. Oh, but he's shaking it off. Ramon's pretty resilient. Lalonde's standing back up for another go. We can see Kano in the stands, watching the match, fresh off winning his own. Who will he go on to face in the semifinals? Probably Lalonde. You know, Ramon is definitely on the back foot thus far. Good. Very good. You see, that's a bit of a crazy face, but like not as goofy as the last one. That one just looks a little odd. In a way that I don't mind so much. The crowd's cheering, yeah! He smiles a little bit and it looks like he moves in for another onslaught. He unleashes another rush of strikes against Lalonde, who's still guarding. He's quick. He's clearly kicked up his speed. I guess he's done with recon now, but he can't get Lalonde with the same attack pattern twice. It's true, Lalonde is he's very adept. He is a very good learner. Oh, he swings at Lalonde, and it looks like Lalonde dodges out of the way, but he moves his head out of the way, as it looks like he made like a little tiny hand spear out of his middle 3 fingers. Did he dodge? Oh, I see, he's using his fingers. Maybe an amateur when it comes to martial arts. But grabbing into a takedown is Ramon's forte. Lalonde looks like he's watching out for that. Hey, Lalonde's dodging. What the hell is he doing? As Ramon stomps pretty hard and Lalonde moves his... Ramon stomps, Lalonde moves his foot out of the way. It looks like he was trying to, like, crush his toes there. Throw off his footwork. That was a stomp. Now that looked like a battlefield technique. Yes, ma'am. His moves aren't very flashy, but they're geared towards the steady destruction of his opponents. The fucking discs around his shoulders look so stupid. In terms of entertainment value, he's not exactly a welcome contestant, but he's incredibly practical. He's fairly formidable, and so is Lalonde. He weathered that ferocious attack, and he's not even out of breath. Of course not, he's Purgatory's greatest fighter. Absolutely good. You've truly impressed me, Lalonde. Now I simply must bury you. How many pages do we have left? We got 2. Alright. What do we see in these last 2 pages? Lalonde goes in, he throws another elbow, he hits him, and he's surprised. What? And then there's a flick. Ah, there it is. His, like, singular name technique. Invisible elbow. What's the matter? Is that all you got? Then it's curtains for you. Alright, so we still got Lalonde dominating here. But, you know, I'd like to see a little more out of Ramon. I want to see him put up a little bit more. He pushed Lalonde back a bit, which is impressive, you know. It's no small feat. But I'd like to see that have a little more impact against Lalonde, you know? Really show off that he is able to hold his own against someone of that level. But, you know, that aside, still a pretty decent chapter. But with that, that's all I've got for this week's reaction. If you guys enjoyed, definitely be sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss any of my uploads. I do Kengan Omega chapter reactions every week that we get a new chapter. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys around. Take care.